Okay, so good afternoon, students. This is your Dipon sir from CST department, and I hope that you have ended up with your fifth semester pretty good, and this is your, as you know that this is your final semester of your diploma course, and we are gonna start off with this particular paper, that is engineering economics and project management. So I hope that you all understand that under this section that it is very much important to understand this particular topic, because it plays a vital role in your entire engineering section. Because how you would manage, how would you play a vital role in the industry would definitely be defined by this particular, if you study this particular paper. So we are gonna quickly start off and wrap off with the topics. I would like to give you a quick glimpse regarding the topics which I'll be teaching in your this particular semester, and definitely make you understand well and in a diverse manner, because since this is a particular unknown thing based out of your entire course, so definitely it will be easier to understand if you would study about it and try to understand and definitely attend my classes. So we would start off with the topics. So basically in the particular this unit 1, so basically the subtopics are we would study the nature of management and its processes. So what do you understand by the nature of the management? Since you know that management is basically, what do you understand by management? It is particularly an activity. It is basically a purposeful activity where it is concerned with the efforts of a particular nature, and the principles and several decision makings are there, and definitely things done through others and in an integrating and collaborating manner to get the work done. So this is what we are going to study in under the nature of the management, because it would define how would you understand and then define it in a particular process to get the work done. And next part is the functions and principles of management. So functions and principles of management, under this you are going to study the different functions in which the different kinds of principles are based, and the different kinds of management procedures in which you are going to proceed in a certain channel. And the next part is the contribution of Taylor and Fayol method. So definitely, as you know that these are the two particular person who played a vital role in creating this entire system. So the next part is the industrial ownership, that is the types, formation, merits and the demerits. In an industrial ownership, we are going to study the particular nature of the industry, what are the types of it, how it was formed, and what are the merits and demerits. Basically, what are the pros and cons, or the advantages and disadvantages you would like to understand. And the next part is the management by objective. What are the basic criterias that we are going to take under this particular section, and what are the different kinds of what I would like to say, the different kinds of aim or the agendas which you like to place on the table to get the particular work done. The next part is the management by exception. So there are certain conditions or several circumstances where we need to take certain kind of options which are off the book. Off the book, I mean of the certain criterias which we generally consider in a particular role or in a particular hierarchy system. So in particular there we are gonna study about the certain kind of extra circumstances which happens in a particular areas of work in an organization, and definitely we are going to understand it. And I would also like to state that I am definitely going to make you understand that what are the kinds of exceptions and the examples that happens in several industries. So in the part of unit 2, we are going to study about the planning, nature and purposes, and the kinds of plans that we are going to study. So in particular this section we are going to study about the planning methods. Obviously it includes in different forecasting based on what happened, and what are the policies, what are the programs, and what are the budget that we create. Basically it is basically making the kind of plans the kind of plant, or what we call it, the total outbound skeleton that we are going to make it to make the system run in a smooth manner, and definitely we get a productive output. The next part is the decision making process and the kinds of decisions that we are going to take. So basically, after the planning, what comes? In an illustration, I would also state that I would make you understand that this is the particular the cycle at the systematic manner that which we are going to study. And definitely in a management hierarchy, we have that this kind of thing where the planning, organizing, staffing, direction, coordination and controlling, these are the particular functions of management that we are going to study under this illustration. So, and the next part is the organization process. Organization process, as you know, is the how we would like to organize and place particular talents, where we could utilize those talents in a certain manner and get the things in a smooth manner. So next are the particular parts of it, and what is basically the importance of economics in engineering. As we know that how the society or the government or business runs, we allocate certain. So these resources are formed in certain manner where it is concerned with the day-to-day distribution. So basically we are going to study about that only, and economics and technical decisions, what we gonna run in particular conditions of scarcity and choose particular circumstances which we know, as I have already mentioned before, and different kinds of wrapping up sessions that we are going to study, and what is the gravity of the situation. Basically, if you see, there are certain circumstances in management where we have to take certain kind of decisions which we do not want to take, or might have gone into certain stages of escalation where we can't held back. So we need to define the problem. Basically, first, when a problem arises, we know the steps are define the problem. Define the problem because we need to understand what the situation is basically happening, and develop certain criterias or develop certain escalation points where we need to discuss the thing, and we need to evaluate the alternatives which are against the book and or against the criterias, and then after we need to make that decision based on the criterias as we decided. So basically after that we are going to study the parts of the demand and supply rule, as we know that there are certain examples and the optimal utilizations and the definitely different parts of the importance which we are going to study. I mean the importance of management principles. So definitely I'm not getting deep into that right now, because this is just a glimpse of what I'm gonna teach you. And these are the certain parts which I have already said, and this is the parts of the functions of management which I have already discussed. After certain planning comes the organizing part, where we need to held the talents in different manner, and then we need to get the work done in a smooth manner. And staffing includes the what we call it the recruitment part, or the team building part, where we need to build a certain team for a particular. So for an example, if I'm giving you for a project we are given from a client. So basically the client wants, definitely the kind of project which we are discussing is the kind of project with the clients wants, and definitely it must be done within a particular deadline. So the deadline must be before that we would like to complete it, obviously. So first particular part is the planning part. So what we are basically gonna do, and definitely in an easier manner, so that we do not have any kind of problems. So for the second part is the organizing the talent part. So we are gonna build the team by staffing. Definitely we are gonna recruit for the particular project, or we are gonna bring the talents from different departments which we are gonna held on together for a particular team building purposes, and then directing those people to do their particular role into that project, their contribution basically. And controlling them basically doesn't mean controlling them. Controlling means it is based on the direction of which they are made, and definitely the follow-ups of how they are doing it, and what the client basically wants. So this is I think a good example of how the functions of this management runs. And definitely the features of principles of management are definitely, everyone in an industry are definitely are equally important, and every department is definitely important, because without any hierarchy management, definitely the organization won't run in a smooth manner. So every part of it has a particular function. So this is it, and definitely we are going to study the Fayol's 6 functions of management, where which I already said before, we have to forecast the situations about what happened in the past and the information which we have currently, and so that we can predict and plan accordingly in the future. So in the next part we have the planning part, where a suitable course of action is based on the business forecast which we already discussed, and the planning part is definitely the course of action which we will have for a particular course. And the organizing part is basically the systematic arrangement of the resources, and the resources which we are going to pull from the different departments, or we are going to hire on based on the certain kind of projects, and commanding them to do the orders and the directions and the instructions which they are given from a hierarchy state of part, and coordinating and collaborating them in a certain manner, so that the thing is done in a particular manner, in a smooth process, and over a due time, so that the client gets the project in a particular before the deadline meets, and definitely to run it in a smooth manner. So these are the particular points which we are going to discuss in details. So this is just a glimpse of what we are going to study, and definitely I'm going to teach you in certain manner also, so that you understand it in a good way. So this is it. Thank you, students.